start with the main build match. We start with Nakamura and Dolph Ziggler, which is what the WWE have been advertising this pay-per-view around, yet it was the first match on, and it was pretty straightforward and didn't really set any fancy scene or anything. If they weren't going to do anything drastic, I think they should have just had a glorified squash match. Ziggler could have jumped Nakamura at the start, got all of his stuff in, Nakamura still kicks out of the zigzag, but then as soon as Nakamura gets the advantage, he gets to showcase his entire moveset and let Ziggler do what he does best, and that's just to sell things to the moon and make people look fantastic. They had a pretty clean-cut match. Nakamura wins in the end with a Kinshasa. The crowd enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I'm just a little confused about the billing. Obviously, we're only a match in, and we get an advert for the next WWE pay-per-view, Extreme Rules, brought to you by Raw. And then we get the Fashion Files flashback from SmackDown, which was significantly cut down. But I'm just scratching my head wondering if they've ruined Breezango. I was highly entertained when they were going around, giving people tickets dressed as, well, male strippers basically. The homoerotic undertones amused me, wasn't threatened by it like JBL tries to dance around being, and now they've just turned them face and turned them into a joke and overdone it, like they do with a lot of things in the WWE. We have a nice thing for a little bit and then it gets spoiled. Something goes over once and that's it, they just do it to the moon and do it to its death. The match itself between Breezango and the Usos was good. Quality entertaining matchup with a bitter aftertaste when the Usos stole the win. Everyone thought Breezango had won it, and there was an hilarious part mid-match, which saw Tyler Breeze rolling back and forth in the middle of the ring to avoid a frog splash off the top. I think he avoided 5 in total. Then move on to Sami Zayn against Baron Corbin, which I was surprised. Sami Zayn won with a haluva kick. It was a good contest, Zayn obviously looked good for winning, and I don't really know what they're doing with Corbin now though, that's the only thing. I understand they might want to protect Sami Zayn a little from looking like proper pond scum, but I don't really see where this leaves Baron. We keep the New Day relevant next while Xavier Woods presents his Up Up Down Down YouTube channel, plug-in Rocket League, which is coincidentally the sponsor for this pay-per-view. Well done. And then we'll go backstage to see Jinder and pals arrive, and Jinder bumbles through his anti-America promo. Next up we've got all 6 divas on the roster to get out of the way quickly, I suppose. James Ellsworth walks out first, slags off the crowd, and then introduces the lasses. Well, I'm actually really shocked here. I'll always admit when I've been wrong, or if something's changed and I've noticed it, so Charlotte Flair has actually shown me signs of improvement for possibly the second time since joining the main roster. She sold a bit, she didn't look as sluggish, and she didn't look as horribly out of place as she usually does in my opinion. Also, what's going on with Tamina? Is she Nia Jax Mark II now? Because they've pretty much given her the same outfit and told her to pull the same facial expressions. It's a bit rude. In the end, Natalya taps Becky, and nothing's really resolved, so that was just a giant waste of time. The US title match between Kevin Owens and AJ Styles was what people expected to be the match of the night, and I would agree because it was. Didn't stop the crowd from acting like complete arseholes though, and chanting for everything that was actually going on in the ring. Wankers. But overall, it didn't spoil the match for me, and I thought the ending was pretty good too, as AJ got his foot caught on the table as they were fighting outside, and Kevin Owens happily takes the count-out victory. So both men look strong, and there's no need to put a bullet in this straight away. It's not like it's Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn for the 15th year in a row. The penultimate match of the pay-per-view was Eric Rowan against Luke Harper, which was actually a lot better than I expected. I'm quite sure it was put there to be a bit of a piss break before the main event, but considering they're just 2 big meatheads, well, I don't mean to dismiss Harper because I've said great things about him in the past, he is the best big man on their roster, hands down. And Rowan's no slouch either. I mean, fair enough, he's not near the top, but he's no Titus O'Neil, he's no Big Cass. I was surprised again to see Luke Harper win with the discus clothesline. I thought surely they were pushing Rowan since he'd returned. Good effort, lads. WWE and their fucking hero campaign. More like hashtag WWE bully. Fuck off. And Extreme Rules, again, just because people get anxious if we don't advertise something every 5 seconds. We've got a full-length main event match between Jinder Mahal and Randy Orton next. Jinder's obviously got his pals, the Singh brothers, with him. He'll come into play quite a few times. Randy Orton nearly kills one of them and just does not look like he gave a shit. I hope someone slapped him backstage for that, especially when people stood up for him after what Brock Lesnar did to him at SummerSlam, when he showed a bit of brain. The climax of the match saw Randy Orton coming close to winning, but then the Singh brothers sacrificed themselves and got absolutely destroyed again by him, which gave Jinder perfect opportunity to sneak in behind, hit the collapse and win, upsetting a lot of people in the crowd, and in America in general, I'm guessing. Despite the match being a bit too long for my liking, I've personally got no problem with Jinder being champion. Randy Orton is like dry stale bread, and I can't enjoy it even with loads of jam and marmalade lathered all over it. It was interesting when he took a back seat and he joined the Wyatts, but then they just went and ruined that, didn't they? My primary concern with Jinder as the champion is the monolithic amount of focus with regards to where Jinder's from, well, apparently from, and where he's not from. I honestly believe that any other cliched stereotype of a gimmick would still work with him, and just given enough time he could successfully get heat on him, and people would still want to eventually pay to see him get his ass kicked. I think there are a couple of other contenders they could have picked instead of Jinder, like Cesaro or Rusev perhaps, but I'm not going to shit on the guy just because that's who they've picked. Let's give him a go and see if it works out. It wasn't a fantastic pay-per-view, but it's not like it was one of the worst, and we're going to give it a try with something new, which, like I say, I approve of. And that's enough out of me for the time being. If you'd like to ask me questions or leave me abuse, I can be found on Twitter @BluntDamage. If you'd like to comment on the video, you can follow the link in the description to the Botchamania site and do so there. And while you're on the site, you can check out 10 quality years of Botchamania, obviously, the entire backlog of my Raw rant, going all the way back to my written work, / walls of text, Vinny's midweek wrestling write-ups, and a shit ton more great stuff on the site to keep you busy. And last but not least, if you like my theme music, the band are The Colour Fire, and they can be found at www.thecolourfire.com, and their digital store links can be found in my description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.